Four teams have battled through the opening round of the college football playoff, and now the pressure and the intensity continue to mount as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? Welcome, everyone, to Glendale, Arizona. This is the Verbo Fiesta Bowl, part of the college football playoff. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on the number 3 seed in the playoff, the Florida State Seminoles. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Hermstreet. Time to find out who's going to be moving on in the college football playoff. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Coverage team flying down there. Good job. They limit the return. Not much there. Handoff in a single back formation. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Well, this guy's got some wiggle, and you can see there he's got some power. He's able to break through one arm tackle, but the secondary comes up to finish him off.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Send the back in motion. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Grab behind the line. It's Wallace. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
Big moment early in this playoff game. They face a 3rd down on the opening drive. Dropping back, he's going to throw for the 1st down. Makes a quick grab. He's ruled down after the catch, but it's enough for a 1st down.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a 3rd down early in the game, a chance to get him off the field, but instead this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
And the Noles lining up here on 1st and 10. The shotgun handoff here. Has the 1st down and more. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. The Noles will come to the line to run the hurry up.
Good push up front and great acceleration by this back. I tell you, he's doing
The catch is made for a huge pickup. Touchdown, Florida State, as they claim the lead in this playoff game. We come out in the playoff game, Kirk. No signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
And the PAT is good. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start at the 25. Takes the handoff. It's Robinson. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
To the air. It's Bailey. Gets hauled in here over the middle. Breaks a tackle in the clear now. And he breaks clear down the right side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, North Carolina State, as they fight back here in this playoff game. Simple throw, all the yards after the catch. Explosive play by the receiver to score.
Just a dynamic, athletic playmaker. As simple as you said, Chris, just throw him the football, he makes a catch, and then all the fireworks are after the catch. And this defense just unable to corral him.
And the extra point was up and good. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved them right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
The game makes it second and medium. Ball handed to the running back. Gets the first and still running. Taken down, but not before he makes the first down. Here comes the up-tempo offense. Looking to throw it on first down. Using his legs on the scramble. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Well, that's just being crafty right here by this quarterback. It's not there. You pick up what you can and stay ahead of the chains. And who knows, do this enough, they'll have to start spying on this quarterback, which could open up some passing lanes that weren't there before.
Gonna run it. It's Wallace. They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
Off the RPO, caught to the right. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Boy, a wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
The sure hands. It's Gibson. Tackle finally made at the 37. It'll be first and 10 from there.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And he never had a chance tackled in the backfield.
Chris, the timing of this screen pass just seemed to be off. The defense almost waiting for the ball to be thrown. He had nowhere to go by the time he caught it.
Now this is the 8th play on this drive. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now. Coach elects to try for 3 points and sends out the field goal unit. Oh, and he's off target. It's no good. He missed it, and the game is still tied up.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown at the very least. 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
Testing the right side here. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
The pre-snap motion from the offense. The pocket breaking down. Quarterback delivers quickly. Receiver on the screen. The defense grabs him after the completion. Is just short of a first down.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Well, sometimes it's just a backyard brawl, right? I mean, it's 3rd down and short. You trust your back and the line to be able to pick up the first down, and he literally pushes with everything he has, throwing a haymaker there at the finish of that play to pick up the first down.
And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Well, the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle, Kirk, showing some quickness for his size.
Yeah, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up a run game, is that interior.
Testing the defense with a throw downfield. He's got it near the end zone. And he scores. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And the return starts just inside the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Good throw to the flat. It's a screen. They bring him down after a short gain there. And the Seminoles hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Gets made on the out route. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. Offense in hurry-up mode.
Boy, another positive gain for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough 4th down decision? On the move now. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
Well, he pays for this one. Heads-up play to use his feet to get the first down, but man, did he get blasted at the end of that one.
And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. He's brought down, but the gain moves the ball to the 39.
Great execution on the RPO. Quarterback does a nice job as he's putting the ball into the belly of the back, making sure to read his key. This defense was determined. They came up to stop the run. The quarterback saw it, pulled it out, hit the quick slant right behind it for some great yards.
Talking about quickness, that play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
So far, it's NC State on top, Kirk. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Big throw caught on the left side. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Well, defending this guy, you need more than one defender. Really got to stress rallying to the football because this guy can make people miss.
The Seminoles will line up on 1st and 10. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. They bring him down, but that play will set up a 1st and goal now at the 10. The running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Moves out of the pocket. No stopping him on that run. Touchdown, Bulls. And this college football playoff game is all tied up. It's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly. And they're doing so with such high stakes. Answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Wolfpack offense back out on the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn in the early going here. Both offenses scoring touchdowns the last possession. He'll hand it off. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Quarterback now all alone in the backfield. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Catch made over the middle. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Well, you could tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Short pass finds the tight end. The ball is loose. The ball bounces out of bounds, so the offense will hold on to possession.
Oh, my gosh, Chris. You can almost feel a collective sigh of relief coming from the offensive sideline as that ball rolled out of bounds. The offense catches a break. One more awkward bounce. That ball maybe stays in bounds, and the defense has a recovery.
He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
Now it's 2nd down here. The DB's backing off from the line now. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. As the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety. And he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
To be brought down at the 46, good enough for a 1st down.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the 1st down.
This NC State offense is moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down. Looking for his big tight end. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now.
Nice play action call here by this offensive coordinator. You know, you can freeze those linebackers just for a split second. Usually that's going to give you enough room to be able to get that tight end behind them. And if the quarterback can make a nice tight throw like this, pick up some big yards.
And it's incomplete. That's a risky throw on 1st down. Lucky to avoid the interception there.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
2nd down play coming up. Trying to find room. It's Jones. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play. Third and short here in this playoff. It's the 9th play of the drive coming up. Can he make it to the marker? Breaking tackles. And the tackle is made, but the offense now is set up. 1st and goal from the 9.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the
Motors all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, NC State. That kind of execution on a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with a pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
And they tack on the extra point. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They had a brilliant touchdown drive last time, mixing the run and the pass. Can they keep that going again? First down, looking to throw the ball. Caught quickly. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. And the Noles looking to run some tempo here. There's the handoff. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker.
Chris, I know it's not a huge gain. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
Out of the gun now on third down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down.
Man, I was hoping he'd be able to hold on to that football. That would have been a big play there on third down. Now, big decision coming up here on fourth.
The returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. So the NC State offense is back out on the field now. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held it just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Well, this receiver has just that combination of speed and natural ball skill ability to be able to come up with play after play. Already over 50 yards here in this first half.
Defense is coming after him. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. This big guy's up front will have to regroup now. It's 2nd and 14. Looking for a receiver. There's a screen pass to the running back. That play is blown up. Defense makes the tackle in the backfield.
Trying to bait this defensive line to believing they have a shot to get to the quarterback on the pass. Instead, they recognize screen right away, make a really nice play for a lost yardage.
A deep shot to the right. Pass caught. Can he get in? He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina State.
Boy, we see more and more of this in college football. If you get the right guy in that slot that can win the one-on-one matchups, you take some chances. Here they got the matchup that they wanted and hit it for the touchdown.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up and they're just scoring a touchdown. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. He tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. First down, looking to throw the football. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, that one's picked off. Look out, he's in the clear. Past the 20. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Wolfpack. A defensive score in this playoff game. Wow.
Boy, what a tough blow for this offense. Already in field goal range, and the quarterback puts one in the defense's arms, and he takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Huge momentum swing here in the first half.
Went after, up and good. After putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback. They'll start at the 25. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. And looking to throw now on first down. Makes the catch. It's Gibson. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. It's the 2-minute timeout. This offense running out of time to cut into this lead before the break. Offense showing a bunch formation now. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Running back grabs it on a screen. They make the stop, but the screen pass fools the defense enough to pick up first down yardage. How aggressive will they be on this first down play? And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. And he'll heave the ball deep down that right side. Downfield shot, ball's incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
You know, if it hasn't been made abundantly clear by now, they want to get the ball downfield to this guy. That was almost his 2nd touchdown alone here in the first half.
But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Going to try to use his legs here.
Love to see quarterbacks try to keep a play alive. He gave it everything he had here. He came up short of the first down. Boy, he gave him a chance.
So the coach has decided to go for it on 4th and long from midfield instead of punting and trying to pin the opponent back. Off play action. He's looking to throw. Looking to scramble. Pulls it in. It's Gibson. He did it at the 42. Good enough for a first down. The Knowles looking to crank up the tempo a bit. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback rolling to his right now. And that pass is way off the mark. Not sure who he meant to throw that ball to.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. And sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently of protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. 3rd and short here in this playoff game. The 8th play of the drive. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Quarterback in the shotgun here on 3rd down. Quarterback looking to scramble. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
This is a deflating play for this defense on 3rd and short. Good coverage. They take away all the short routes, but the one person who wasn't accounted for is the quarterback. And he uses his legs to pick it up.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. They get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Defensive fans getting frustrated. Offense continues to march. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Looking for his big tight end. Touchdown, Seminoles. This offense really clicking.
Now that's what I'm talking about. This hasn't been a great first half, but putting up that touchdown like this, now they're going to be feeling good heading into that locker room and get themselves to believe that they can come back and win this game.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. The kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the first something in the final 30 seconds of the half. Keeping it on the ground here. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Minut's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
NC State 35.
And the Seminoles will kick this away to get the second half going. And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. Here comes the NC State offense back out onto the field now. Passing game's been on fire. Let's see if the defense has made some changes to begin to slow it down. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. And he's got it again. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
They'll try to pick up the third down yardage on the ground. They've got him, but not before he makes a first down at the 41.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. A nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead, you keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
NC State getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Looking to throw. It's Bailey. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
They misfire in first down, so it's 2nd and 10 from the 41. Second down, we're going to throw it. Here's a quick screen to the receiver. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Boy, they're just fundamentally sound. Right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
Facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Running out of time in the pocket. He moved the ball to the 48 and earned a fresh set of downs.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Press it, run to pick up the first, keep this drive moving.
Seventh play of the drive coming up. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Runner takes the toss, runs to his left. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss of the play.
Boy, how about the defensive speed there in team pursuit? They recognize the toss sweep from the middle of the field and show their team speed to be able to eliminate this play.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He escapes the pocket. On the move, looking deep down the right side. It's incomplete. This efficient offense doesn't convert on 3rd down this time. Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. That takes a big bounce and rolls all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Here's the toss play now, running left. They'll tackle him at the 27.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Off the play fake, looking to pass it. Receiver makes the catch, and the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
The offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Ball handed off. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop.
Chris, I understand being down a couple scores, it's 4th down, you've got good field position. Hey, let's keep this drive alive. I understand why you go for it. Unfortunately, not able to execute it. This could cost him the ball game.
It'll be smothered right at the line for no gain. Here's the 2nd down play. Looking to pass. It's Bailey. The sure hands. It's Bennett. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Well, defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 21 as this defense tries to make a stand and force a field goal attempt or a 4th down stop. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Pressure is coming. Using his left. It's a fumble. The offense able to fall on the football. Lucky to maintain possession there.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks, when they decide to pull the ball down and run, they've got to protect it. He left it out away from his body exposed, and it got knocked away. Very fortunate he had a teammate who was able to get on top of it.
He stopped short of the marker after just a short gain.
The offense that time just trying to get the ball out in the perimeter, trying to find some space to be able to get their speed into. Pretty good job by the defense of slowing him down.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Makes the grab. Can he get there? Oh, and he didn't get there. The defense makes a stop against this excellent 3rd down offense. The decision is not to go for it on 4th down. Here comes the field goal team. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. And they add to their lead. After adding 3 more points to the lead, they're set to kick it off.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Florida State offense heads back onto the field. And last possession, they got stopped on 4th down in their own end. Let's see if they can get it going this time. First play of the drive, he looks left for a completion.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting. especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
Hit as he threw. He's going deep here. And it falls incomplete. The defensive pressure hurried to throw that time.
Man, I am so impressed with the athletic ability and speed of this defense. Quarterback does a pretty good job of keeping the play alive, scrambling off to his right, but that defensive speed and their aggressive nature get to him.
Grab down the middle. It's Glass. The game is enough to move the sticks. Ball at the 40.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
On the move now. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
This is good pressure by the defense, but it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
The offense will look to regroup here at 2nd and 11. Avoiding the pressure, moving out to the right. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Run down that crosses midfield to the 46. The Seminoles will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. On 1st down, it's play action. Moves out of the pocket. And he just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. It's a risky pass. He gets away with it. Almost the 2nd interception for this defense today. 3rd down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Screen to the wide receiver. Defense able to stop him. It's 4th down now.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Lets it fly to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Defense creates a big turnover, and that'll end the quarter of play. So far, it's NC State on top, Kirk. With 3 quarters in the books, with a chance to stay alive in the playoff at stake. Let's take a quick look at the stats so far. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. Motion now from the tight end. They'll test the right side here. Solid run. Tackled at the 45-yard line.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Less than a yard to go as they come to the line on 2nd down. Now here's the toss play. Oh, and he fumbles. The defense scoops it up.
This offense just blew an opportunity. Have a nice lead here in the 2nd half with the football. The last thing you want to do is turn it over, and they put the ball on the ground and now give your opponent a chance to get right back in this game.
And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. It's a wide receiver screen. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
I really like what this defensive coordinator is doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense inbounds so that clock will keep ticking.
Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain. And they know he'll tussle to the line to run the hurry up. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
Oof, the risk of throwing on third and short. Lots of second guessing going over on that sideline about that play call. You got to wonder if they're going to go for it anyway on fourth down, but what will be the play call?
Fourth down, looking to throw for it. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. They've got him, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going. The Noles getting set on 1st and 10.
Well, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on fourth down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Looking to throw it again. It's a quick grab. The freshman brings him down quickly. Offense thinking touchdown, not field goal, facing a 3rd and long on the 20-yard line. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. On the run here, lets it go. That ball snagged for a completion. Enough to convert on 3rd there. So first down from the 12 now. Looking to throw it on first down. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down. Wants to throw it. Receiver makes the grab. He's tackled, but down at the 9-yard line. Defense getting pushed around.
Well, I like how the quarterback used his eyes to move the defense and then came back and made an accurate throw there on the quick slant.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Oh, and he can't hang on to it. That's a guy known for his hands. Couldn't pick it off. Brings up 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board, and now the offense has a chance to kick a field goal by that missed opportunity and dropping that interception.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. Makes the catch. Can he get in?
That's what you love to see from the quarterback. Recognizing the receiver's past the marker, and a good job by the receiver to know where he needed to go to get that first down.
1st and goal, handoff. And he fights into the end zone.